Hey, what's up guys, Top Hat Insomniac here, and we are here with an interesting video. So I decided, if you guys can kind of see up in the title here, up at the top, the official Pokemon YouTube channel has released the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee trailer that they've been working on for the Nintendo Switch. And I watched it already because Scott, you guys know him from Nerd Bites, he sent over the video to me and he's like, I don't know how I feel about this. And so I kind of watched it and I'm like, looks kind of interesting. It could be kind of fun just because of some of the aspects, but it definitely isn't going to quite feel the same as, Heart back in the good old days of Red and Blue, even though it's clearly a remake of Red and Blue. So what I'm actually going to do, instead of doing a reaction, I'm going to pull apart the video, and it's just going to be, I don't know, I wanted to try it and see how it goes, especially since with Kingdom Hearts 3 coming up, I've been wanting to do it, but I don't want to do it just because of my channel is, Kingdom Hearts 2 is, I just started recording that today and haven't had a chance to get it to upload, so, because, this is going to be what comes out as of tomorrow, I guess. But, well, for me it's tomorrow. It'll be, the time, that's the day that you guys can watch it. But anyway, so let's start it, and I'm going to start pulling it apart here and there. So I'll kind of pause it and whatnot, but... Alright, so right off the bat, I'm going to pull it apart. So they show off the Pokemon Go thing, and I'll kind of play a little bit here. As you guys can see, there's... we're following Pikachu. We can see like the visual or the virtual Pikachu, and they were showing off Pokemon Go. So you're like, okay, what's the deal here? So obviously with the title, you're thinking, okay, great, Pokemon Go. Something that's not all that interesting. I mean, a lot of people do still play it. I will pull it up from time to time and be like, okay, cool. But this game, as you guys will see shortly, it is, it is very closely linked to Pokemon Go, and it would give you a reason to play Pokemon Go again, but let's keep watching. Alright, so right off the bat, you can kind of see the 3D animation, the models and stuff. They're all looking super good HD. You can see Professor Oak's lab is right here on screen with our Ash Ketchum of sorts, or Red, for those who don't care to watch the anime. And right away you can see Pikachu's on our shoulder, so clearly I'm assuming it's just going to be, or I'm actually, at first I was assuming that it's just going to be like your main Pokemon, aka either Pikachu or Eevee, like they did in Yellow. But looking later into the video, I'm pretty sure they did the Heart Gold Soul Silver style, where whatever your front Pokemon is in the party will follow you. So, already you're seeing like, yeah. So here we go. We're getting this, and get the Switch. And you play with only one Joy-Con, which I find a little weird. Let's go back here. And right there, you can see there's a Rattata and a Pidgey outside the grass. They're visually there, which kind of brings the Pokemon Go aspect into it at first. The first thing we see of the Pokemon Go aspect, where you're seeing the Pokemon out in the wild. You're not in the grass walking around trying to find hoping you find a specific Pokemon or whatnot. So, here we go. We dive in. There's a Pidgey. They're definitely battles, so hopefully, this whole catching thing stays, close to home on the Pokemon part, and you're seeing, the ring and the difficulty, so hopefully that is also dependent on the HP and not just the, simple mechanics of Pokemon Go. And now, this is what I found really cool. So there's a 2-player mode, right? And so you can add in a second player, and I would love to do playthrough, a collab playthrough with a buddy of mine for this, if we could get it to work, because clearly with this Switch game, you have to be sitting down next to each other, and he is up in Fargo, whereas I'm down in the cities. So this is what I find interesting. You can if you throw the Pokeball together at the same time, you get these excellent catches, and I'm assuming you both get the Pokemon. But this is what I find a little bullshit, if you guys ask me. You basically do a 2-on-1. Like, how is that fair? You know, at least kind of make so there should be a mechanic that automatically swaps the game to like a 2-player setting, essentially, so that trainers, so you're not completely murdering enemy teams, because then it, like, you could go into the league and have a 2-person league fight and it'd be kind of ridiculous. But this Pokeball Joy-Con Switch thing, it's like the Pokeball, or it's called the Pokeball Plus, just like the Pokego Plus. So it's kind of ridiculous, but I do still like it the same. And a lot of people that I've talked to that have seen this video so far, like, I feel like I just throw the Pokeball and accidentally let it go and it hit the TV, which, you're thinking, okay, wrist strap, that's why it's there. But nobody uses a wrist strap ever. So use the wrist strap for that. Now, the cool thing is you can put here, I'll let it show off here. So you can put the Pokemon inside the Pokeball in the game, and it goes into the Pokeball in real life. Now, I think that's a little bit weird, and I kind of get it, but it brings back the feeling of the Pokewalker from Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which was just a hassle. But, that thing's a little cute. You can rub the Pokeball, and you're hearing Pikachu being like, Pika, and like thinking, oh my god, that's kind of cute. And I'm a big fan of Pokemon, and so this whole like AR type thing that they did with Pokemon Go and now bringing that into the Switch and whatnot, that is, to me, really cool. So, and here you're seeing you can pull it, or you can play Pokemon Go, and then he pulls out his Switch, right, and swaps it out. Now, right there, I have to wonder, how easy is it going to be to catch Pokemon in this new game? Because it says the Go Park, so it worries me. Is it going to be your Pokemon now when it transfers over, or is there going to be, like, do you have to catch it again, kind of like the Pal Park in Diamond and Pearl, or like the mini game thing that they had for Black and White? I'm very interested to see how that goes, and it might get a little BS if you ask me, because you're going to be sending, like, some people have fucking legendaries, because there's been the Entei, Raikou, Suicune, Zapdos, Moltres, Lugia, Ho-Oh, all of them, and like Groudon and Kyogre as well, all of them have been out in events and people have them, so how ridiculous is that going to get? So this thing I find weird, because you get presents, and I don't know, but yeah, I'll go back a little bit just because I want to pull out a little bit farther. So here you see the Nidoking and Nidoqueen, and they're following, and I want to know what that is. And I want to know if it's like, are they following you? Because you still see the Pikachu on his shoulder, and so you have to question kind of, is it just that like Pikachu and Eevee will stick outside their Pokeball and you have the ability to have another Pokemon follow you type thing? Also, I find it interesting. Clearly, like, the other person isn't, they don't have their own character, essentially. It's just a second character added with the Switch Joy-Con controller. So it's not like you're taking your character from your game and joining with somebody else. So I'm kind of curious and wary about how that's going to be. But, you know, like I just said, Moltres just getting thrown in there. Like, hopefully the Pal Park or the Go Park thing is a post game, just because of that factor, or some Pokemon or post game type thing. That worries me. Now that I kind of find it's interesting that you have, and if I can scrub back just a second here, you see Eevee with the outfits, and you saw Pikachu, like they were changing the outfits, but now you're seeing them in the battle, which I find very interesting. And I want to know, that's another thing. So in Pokemon Yellow, if you evolved your Pikachu into a Raichu, it stopped following you. So I want to know if that would happen if you evolved your Pikachu into a Raichu, because with an Eevee, I'm not going to keep an Eevee. I'm probably going to evolve it into something else, because we have all those abilities. I'm also really hoping that they add a couple more evolutions, though technically, since this is like a Red and Blue remake, I highly doubt that they would add new evolutions, but you know. Okay. Yes, we can see what's on the screen, but I want to go back to the Magikarp. Was Magikarp using Splash and just kind of like ended up in the freaking space, or was that a Pokemon Go thing? And here we are, little Mewtwo, trying to be a badass. So, I don't know. It's definitely looking very unique and very interesting, and I know that they said it's going to be a part of like the Pokemon, like the actual canon Pokemon thing. And then there's this, you'll meet a special Pokemon. And then it closes out, and we have a release date. Now, my theory is that we're actually going to get a Mew if you do that, just because Mew is the hardest Pokemon to get, because it's an event-only Pokemon. Or, in the terms of Red and Blue, there was the cheat way of doing it, of breaking your game. Or, I think it may have only been Yellow, I'm not entirely sure on that, But yeah, so we have a release date. It's coming in 2018, as you can see, November 16th, which also worries me, because I'm sure Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be sometime around there. My guess is October-ish, but there are a lot of speculations, because like the target time slot said November 1st, which is a Wednesday, I believe, and that doesn't make sense to me, because like main title games come out on, like big AAA titles come out on Tuesdays and sometimes Fridays, but to me that just seems weird that it would be. So I would assume if it was actually November 1st for like their time slot, it would really be like October 31st or the week after that, so the 7th of November, just because. But the speculation there is because Target has taken it down and re-upped it a couple times, that it would be November 1st, which would suck, because I would not want that to happen at all, simply just for the fact that I'd be playing Kingdom Hearts 3 and all of a sudden this would come out and I wouldn't play Pokemon. I'd end up getting it, but I wouldn't play it, because I'd be like, Kingdom Hearts 3 is all I need to do right now. This is the only thing I want to do. And then, they have the Pokeball Plus here, and, it's just the Pokeball Joy-Con. But it also works as a Pokeball, as the Pokemon Go Plus, which I find interesting. So, like the little watch thing with the Pokeball symbol on it, it works as one of those as well. So you can connect it to both the Switch game and the Pokemon Go as well, which I find very interesting. And, so there it is. I am really surprised at how much time that actually came into. Top 10 new evolutions. That's an interesting thing that I can't tell quite. I'm assuming, by the looks of it, I'm seeing Fighting, Dragon, and maybe Ghost or Steel? I'm assuming is what they're looking at. But yeah, I don't like. I would enjoy a dragon type evolution just because I'm a big fan of dragon types. But I also enjoy grass types and ice types. And the fairy types I'm not too impressed with yet, but you know, they have some time to work with it still, so. But, you know, so I hope you guys enjoyed that, and that is going to do it for this video. I did find that kind of fun to do, so I might do that some more with some other things when they come out. I might actually do one for Spider-Man, just because Spider-Man is looking pretty dope, but I haven't seen... All I've seen is that E3 trailer from 2017 on it, so, you know, that's a whole other thing. But for now, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how you guys feel about this, how you guys like it. Let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to know what you guys are thinking for it. Sorry the first minute or so didn't have audio. I'm not used to recording with OBS the way that I did to show off this video. But, you know, for now, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, blow up that like button, drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you go. Until I see you guys next time, this is Top Hat Insomniac signing off in 3, 2, 1.